Hey Scorpio, how about we get another reading and see what's going on for our collective here? My dog wants to go for a walk, but we're having rain here in Flagstaff. I'm waiting for it to turn into snow. It's much easier to walk in the snow than in the rain. If you didn't know that. Okay. I'm so relieved because I just had a dreaded work meeting and I was able to get through it without being a total asshole. And that's great because Mars is in Taurus. Maybe I'm grounded. A lot of talk about how Mars might be interacting with Uranus in Taurus and how that might make everything really volatile. But what I've actually been noticing is that we have a pretty calm, grounded collective on the national level here in the United States. So I'm so relieved by that. Okay, let me focus here and see if we can get in touch with all of you Scorpios. Thinking about some particular ones. Let's see what's going on. I'll pick a card here from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to just get an overall vibe, or the more correct term is energy for us. Oh, all right, we get balance. This woman here with her head in the clouds, holding Saturn, all the phases of the moon strung around her. What a strange image. So let's look at that. Balance, number 19. Like, am I recording? Okay, balance. Seek balance. Extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. There may be an overreaction that has caused the issue. Ground yourself and allow your strength to rise from there. Be aware of where the imbalances in your life are at present. I seek and maintain healthy balance in my life. Well, that's just never anything that excites me. I like extremes. I don't know about you. And then we get on the bottom here, patience. Actually, this is quite in line with other kinds of messages that I've been getting. I just feel like, I got my first vaccine shot today. No side effects as yet, and I'm really happy to be in that. I'm a teacher. I'm asked to go into a classroom. Pretty scary that I've had some friends get sick doing that. So I'm really grateful to be vaccinated. Here, let me just see the devil here on the bottom of the deck. And I just felt like, woo, hot flash coming on here. That could be my age. It could be something. The imbalance, that likelihood of wanting to go to an extreme here. But let's see. Let us see. We're not afraid of the devil. We're Scorpios. Okay. I'm going to pull the 7-card spread. What the hell? I feel like hanging out with you Scorpios. We get, in the recent past, yes, the 9 of Pentacles. Solitary at home. Everything's lovely. We're in our little feathered nest with all of our pentacles here. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot, my very first tarot deck. At present, so that's the recent past. At present, we're in a Queen of Swords here, Scorps. This is, I love this little owl. Look at her. She's like, don't fuck with me. I'll cut you out. So the Queen of Swords is very good at knowing who's in, who's close, and who's just not adding or is maybe adding negative energy. So maybe you're in this state right now. We'll look further at that. The second card we're gonna pull here. I keep pulling 2 at a time. 3 of Pentacles. This is our hidden influence. So this is very practical, very 3D collaboration. I always notice this mountain because I live beneath a sacred mountain here in Flagstaff, Arizona. So I always see that symbol of the earth of groundedness. And then we see, it's almost feels like the vibe here, and I really feel like the pentagram. So a kind of mystical collaboration happening under this sacred mountain. I see all of the energy coming off of that. So this is hidden influence. It's a very powerful card today. And then there's the Mother of Swords. She's just looking at me. She's like, She reminds me of my cat. She's like, when are you going to give me my food? Okay, we appear in this as the Queen of Wands here. In this deck, she is a snake protecting her eggs. But the Queen of Wands, she's all fire, all will. She represents everyday working people. Because the original tarot had like elites and common people, and the wands were that they were just the peasants, right? So that's how we're appearing here. It's very much a nesting kind of feeling here. Yeah. So, but she's got her willpower and her fire. The Mother of Wands is sometimes dramatic. We get the Mother of Swords, Mother of Wands, very queeny, very expressive energy for us in this moment here, Scorpios. People around us are at a 7 of Cups. So we see the sun and the moon, the mystery, but also absolute joy here, and kind of trying to pick what is the right cup. Lots of choices, projections, and really a process of sorting. So that's people around us who are in the 7 of Cups. Our advice is, I used to really dread getting this card. So this is the 9 of Swords. Clear advice, get out of your head. You may be feeling insomnia, anxiety. When you're in that, try to get out of it, right? So how do you get out of that? Let's remember our original advice here is to get grounded. She's very much, this is a moon-centered deck. So, and she's not holding Saturn, although that might be important that I saw her hands as Saturn. When I hold it up to the screen, my nearsightedness invents or discovers important messages from our guides here. So being grounded is one solution here. This says you're in your head. It looks like hell, right? Like this is, sometimes I couldn't even use this deck because there's like eyeballs and claws here. It's a great representation of the head. My head in the night, I'll be sound asleep. It'll attack me with just this, you did this wrong, kind of shocking violence of my head. It feels very much like this. And then it feels like another being in me that's really agitated. And we might consider that because we're in Aquarius, the likelihood of being in our heads, of our heads feeling more powerful even than normal. I mean, we're in Aquarius in multiple ways. There's a bajillion planets in there. We've got Jupiter, Saturn. Who else is in there? Jupiter, Saturn, Venus is coming in there, and Mercury is in there. Better check my work on that. But it's like packed full of planets. I think I'm right, but always check my work. I did not plan to talk about astrology at all, but there's a lot happening in Aquarius right now, and it's going to be happening for months and for years, depending on the planets. And then you've got a bunch of things. You've got Taurus in square. In Taurus, we have Uranus and, sorry. I'll do another reading about the planets. I didn't mean for that to come up, but there's tensions here. And so the Aquarian energy of our brains, I'm feeling it. It's just way more than I'm used to. And so it's like, I must get grounded. I must get back into the woods. I must feel my feet on the earth and all the roots in me connecting down into it. In the middle of the night when I wake up, I used to have it was like a nightmare. But now when I'm waking up, I've decided that this is just that energy all coming in. The moon does it to me. The sky is just full of energy and it's waking my head up. So I'm just feeling all this jangling around in the air of Aquarius, which is also my rising sign and my north node. The future, I'm sorry to tell you, is the Hermit. I would just leave this reading right now if I weren't actually doing it because I hate this whole story. But let's see what we can find out more. I don't like the future. I want to be like a lot of fun. I'm bored of being alone. I'm tired of the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, I know my worth. I'm able to provide for myself. My house is sweet. My pets are sweet. And yes, I've taken care of getting rid of the people that make my life unpleasant, or as many as I can. But I'm ending up alone here, and I'm in my head, right? And the people around me can't make up their mind. Yeah, what's going on with this? I want out of this story, Scorpio. Well, let's see if we can find out more, and maybe we'll like the story of our lives with a little clarification. I do like the kind of witchery happening around us under the sacred mountain. I like that. Okay. All right, let's clarify the recent past for Scorpio. Recent past. What's this? Nine of Pentacles. Again, the Nine of Pentacles, another version of it. Yes, we've been all alone, isolating in place. Okay, the King of Pentacles. This is hanging out at home with your dog, but it's also like Mr. Security, Mr. 3D, Mr. Dependable, boring guy, and the wheel change. So, yeah, while we've been home with our dog, taking care of our health, the world has been changing, and it has been changing on its own time. So that's funny because I'm thinking about how I just got inoculated. So here I see like a shot here. And the woman that gave me a shot today, she was great. She had like music playing and the song playing was Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? And she was scandalized by it and she, I don't know, maybe she enjoyed flirting with me a little bit about it. Yeah. She was great, but I didn't even notice getting that prick because she was cracking jokes about the music and worrying and thinking younger students might be scandalized. All right, Mother of Swords. We get travel. Six of Swords. You're leaving? You're going somewhere new? Changing your mind? One truth, a set of truths to another? That's happening right now. Mother of Swords. Fool. Beginner's mind. Just feeling like a beginner. What else? Ooh, I saw this, guys. Let's just get the devil on the table right now. Okay. Yeah. All right. The devil's not always bad, but there is definitely you facing the truth here and facing a new truth. And it has a lot to do with that the devil is about addiction, codependence. It will get in the way of your confidence of being this fool, doing this new start, cutting out the things that are hard and dramatic and negative, moving to this new job, new relationship, new place. I've heard that any of the fixed signs right now might be feeling like they want to move in some way, like move towns. But this devil here, this is haunting you right now, Scorpio. You want to leap out. You want to be this wild and crazy fool that just, leans out over the precipice, thinks, there's that portal opening in the surface of the water. You might just fall down into that and into the next world. There's definitely desire to move and for a new situation. Are you either doubting that, full of anxiety about it, or are you wondering, is this a bad idea? Is this the devil's idea? This is very seductive here to be leaving and starting anew, right? You, in the recent past, you were waiting on change. You're just hanging out by yourself with your dog, maybe. And the Nine of Pentacles. And now, so I'm thinking of this Mother of Swords, this present. She wants to fly off, and she's thinking about where she's going to fly. But in her mind, she's also struggling with the devil in some way, whether it's addiction, whether it's this fear that it's a manipulation, that she can't trust, that she can't take the leap of faith that is represented by the Fool. So that's where you are right now, Scorpio. So what's hidden influence? We have this mountain. This is unbeknownst to us. This is going on. Three of Pentacles. It's a very practical 3D collaboration. Could be work related. Something going on that we don't know. Let's find out a little bit more about it. Might be in your head, it appears to be in your head. Maybe something that you need to be conscious of. This is a card of self-harm. It's a card of doing things the wrong way. Maybe you win, but you don't really feel good about that. So I take that as I was blithering on about that this hidden influence is something in your thought process that you need to become aware of. The devil made me think that, right? Because there's this codependent, this insecurity kind of vibe about this devil that's keeping you from taking this leap of faith. So whatever's happening in the background, this very practical process, maybe in your head, that you need to become aware of that. That's what I get here. More swords. This is fast movement. Again, in the intellect, in the truth, in the philosophy realm. Lots of swords here. And justice. This tells me that what you want to become aware of are these are three things that are influencing you, right? I think they're about work, because this is a pentacle. One is you want justice. Like, you might be having trouble letting go of the fantasy that people are going to get what they deserve because you've been wronged, right? Secondly, so that's justice. That's how I understand this today. Secondly, the Knight of Swords, he just wants to get the heck out of there. There's lots of wanting to move, to take a leap of faith. And there can be anger in that Knight of Swords. That's how it adds meaning to the Justice card here, that somebody's wronged you and they deserve justice. But there's also this headache. This is the headache card. This doesn't feel good somehow. I'm not feeling good. It could just be the devil that's making you feel good, but it could be justice, that you want revenge. Scorpios, we need that apology. We need people to recognize that they wronged us. We need them to voluntarily apologize. I do. I mean, I don't know. I'm a Scorpio. To me, this is, I'm very good at taking my own inventory and figuring out what I did wrong and coming clean to you. But if you don't do that to me, then how am I supposed to ever forgive you, right? And so then I'm carrying around the burden of this need for you to seek this, to make things right between us. And it's a little bit of torture here. It's a headache. Self-harming, actually, to be obsessing about what these people deserve. And I don't know about you, but I get lots of fantasies about what I'm going to say to those motherfuckers. So This is for Scorpios that don't mind the F word today, apparently. Yeah, this feels like very familiar energy. Yeah, this is a nice catharsis, actually. Okay, here we appear. You, Scorpio, appear here as the Mother of Wands, card of fire, of willpower, also very protective here of your little eggs. That could be your dreams, your visions, your actual children, your family, your home, your ideas. There's lots of swords here, and this feels to me to be about work. But there's somebody or something, an entity or people who are threatening you and that you think deserve justice. You want to leave because they're awful to be around. But the devil's got you. The devil is your desire for justice, for them to get what they deserve. But in going through this, you're wise like the Queen of Swords. And you're protective, too, of these eggs that could represent you. The very vulnerable things that need protecting. What else? The star. So there is you wishing on a star. The star is wish fulfillment. I'm reminded of this cloud that she has her head in this balance card. So that's very nice that you have this dream, this fantasy that you're reaching out to and aspiring to. And maybe that's what you're protecting. These eggs are that fantasy of your absolute wish fulfillment. We get the Three of Pentacles again. This affirms what I was sensing, which is this Three of Pentacles is happening up here in your head. All the swords suggest that, as does the devil. But yeah. You are having the Three of Pentacles right in here. And finally, a Tower. Okay, this is you. You're appearing here as total wish fulfillment, as a dreamer, wishing on that star, as a builder. But that you're kind of dealing with this head trip that you're in, this desire for justice. And when you appear as the Tower, and that's not that different from the Scorpio card of death, I mean, do you want to be this destruction? Is that a part of the fantasy that's plaguing you? Remember, our advice is to get out of this obsession in the night. This looks like a need for justice. So either you want to be the Tower, you're fantasizing about being that tower, you're building this revenge plan, or you're just, maybe this is a part of the devil, that you have a wrong idea that everything you do you mess up. No, that would be incorrect. It's untrue. That's a part of this self-harming thing that you're doing here. That Three of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. The people around you, they're in a choice. Seven of Cups, they have lots of choices. Projections, possibly. The moon's illusion, the sun's joy. What else? Chariot. There's some momentum in the people around you. They may have been stuck, but maybe they've been stuck in a decision-making process, and now they're finding some movement. Classy love offer here. So they're coming from their heart. When you have lots of cups to choose from, when you have 7 to choose from, and you get movement, it might be into being this Knight of Cups, where you choose the cup and then you actually offer the cup. And I think of that cup that the Knight of Cups offers. That's the gift of you, of the Knight of Cups. So this person in your life is a heart person, water sign. Chariot is Cancer. Cups are the sign of water. Or they're just an emotionally available, forward person. And Wow, further cups. This is where all the feelings are. This is this young, new, flirty, crushy love. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Chariot. Okay, let's keep looking. I like the people. I feel like they might be a part of, it might be nice to be around this person in your life. They're coming from the heart. Maybe they had to make a decision before they could come forward with that offer. It's a real offer. It's the Knight of Cups. That's a great offer. It's meant. It's an offer that is meant. It comes from here. Definitely a lot nicer than all of these pentacles of the past and all these swords that you're dealing in. All right, our advice here, this 9 of Swords. Okay, so if there's somebody that you need to move out of your life, that's the second time we get the Queen of Swords. Is there a person causing you or a situation causing you anxiety? Trying to cut that out. Yeah, you're thinking about moving, you're afraid to move, but you need to. Clear. You're going to sleep better once you do. Communicate. Travel. Again, this is speak your mind. Very passionate. So if you need to say something and you're losing sleep because you're trying to keep that in, advice is say it, but also do it in a way that protects. It is self-protecting. And this we got already. You're already in a mode of self-protection here. So get grounded. Again, that's our advice over and over. This is a card of resistance. She's resisting by being grounded. There's just a bunch of will being exerted against her, and she's like, meh. There's a fast-moving energy. And we actually see here on the table, these two are looking at each other, and I see them collaborating. I see her ability to see and speak the truth and cut out the drama, and her groundedness, her little pink safety bubble, and that these two can speak from that. There's a meeting here between the Queen of Swords and the 7 of Wands, and together you are going to be able to speak your truth in a powerful way. We see wish fulfillment and the Tower in you. Maybe that's the way that you act in this transformative way in the world. You've been losing sleep over it. There's an action to take to get out of that insomnia. And then you end up being the Hermit. So what's with this future here in the Hermit? Future in the Hermit. Oh, the Moon. Great. We don't know. Okay, there's our Moon. She's underwater in her feelings, an illusion, unknown. It's a very comfortable place for me, and I would assume all Scorpios. It's a water sign place. It just makes me think about in the summer, and here it is winter, but like that diving down into the deep green depths of the river, the lake, or the ocean, and how quiet it gets, and how you can't see what's happening out there, but that you're just down in that peace, right? So all of a sudden, this Hermit here, this little tortoise in his shell, getting enlightenment, suddenly it seemed like a very nice place, especially because there's just a lot of head going on out here. It'd be nice to get underwater into that quiet. Here's you quitting your job card. You've done it. You finished 10 of Wands is I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm packing my bag. I'm going to the next thing. We see this desire for that. And there's your absolute happiness. the sun couldn't get any better than that. You're walking away from the unknown into joy. So that it's very clear to me that from your wisdom, that Mother of Swords wisdom that you get both as in the present, you have it right now. You know the truth. You know what you need to do. You want to go. You want to go. The future says you're going to go. You can be the fool. You can take this leap of faith. In order to do that, you got to get out of the devil here. I think the devil is you want justice. And you can't stop thinking about it. You want to both leave and fix things where you are. This says your advice is like you probably should take some kind of action on that. Express yourself, but come from a grounded place and from the truth that the Queen of Swords has. That's the advice. It says you're going to get out of that. Then you go into yourself, into this hermit. This, again, very grounded. This is the card of Virgo. This is a card of going inward for wisdom. We're feeling this as kind of this underwater quiet under the moon. The full moon is the 28th here. It's the 22nd as I'm doing this reading. So go in there. Go into your quiet. You're protecting your eggs like this Queen of Wands, Mother of Wands here. Trying to see how this other person fits into this, because it's a very solitary story. There's somebody with all this heart and all this momentum who's coming into your life with an offer. And we see you quitting your job or leaving the situation that is burdensome for you right now. And the burden may be your head, your devil, your doubt, your fear, your need for revenge is what I'm seeing it here. When you leave that, you get happiness. And so this happiness may involve this, you got this romantic person in your life. Maybe they're already in your life. Maybe they're coming. There's another water sign is what it looks like. Cancer. Classy offer could be a new job offer. It's very heart-based. Patience says the bottom of this deck. Stay grounded. But you do get to speak your truth from that grounded place. You do get to leave the situation that has exhausted you. And absolute joy is coming your way. And there's a Queen of Wands. This is the same card that you appear as in this reading. This is the Mother of Wands, right? This is your passion, your willpower, your joy, your wish fulfillment. Here, this is a part of you. I see these two people working with the same magic. This is the wish. This is her receiving the wish. Knight of Pentacles is under there. It's going to take a little time. You're going to need to be patient. This is a manifestation coming in. So, whatever it is that you've been dreaming about, this person with a great heart coming in, the sun is your future. And you're going to find your way to it inside of yourself. Under that, keep thinking with me about jumping into the water and letting yourself just sink down and looking up at the surface. And you can't see what's happening out there, and it doesn't matter. It's like this moment with you, with that oxygen that you took in before you went under the water, with your heart beating. Just go into that peaceful place, because I can also see there's lots of swords, there's revenge fantasies, or some kind of need for justice that is disturbing you, and you're protecting yourself, and the advice is to continue to do that. You're told several times here to protect yourself, your dreams, your little eggs, your peace. Stay grounded. Very clear. But get out of the head, get out of the swords, get out of the revenge fantasy by going into that hermit, under the moon, under the water, into that quiet with your heart. It's a really clear message to me. Go with your heart. There's a heart person in your life or coming into your life. I can just hear your heart beating as I'm giving this little reading here for you. Okay. I hope that was useful. I really enjoyed spending time in that energy. Have a great day.